Now we're gonna do something exciting. I'm going to look at your gameplay, and I'm going to give you just one tip that is going to change your entire gameplay. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Silver 5. Okay, 10k damage, 20 eliminations. Okay, let's see what is happening over here.
Enemy turret detected.
Who are you shooting? I just had to stop there for a second. Do you think this is a reasonable distance for you to shoot? Look, I said that this is going to be a little bit spicy, right? So we are here. You're shooting the Torbjorn. You're still shooting the Torbjorn for 50 miles away. You're practically shooting me at my house from your house, and you probably live across the globe. The ironic part is that you almost died to the Torbjorn. So in the first 3 seconds of your gameplay, the judgment is you are indeed a Silver 5 player. You know what? Let me actually do this. And I will play this out. I will get some water again. I'm gonna fill my cup of water. And hopefully by the time you come back, you're gonna leave these stairs. Let's see what ends up happening. Hopefully. Be right back. I'm back. 25 seconds you spent on these stairs. You're a flying character, for God's sake. So quite literally observing 10 seconds of your gameplay, I could give you a life-changing tip, and I promise you're going to get to gold with just that little tip. That's the crazy part. This I like, actually. This little push with the beam, that was nice. Do you think there is a reason that you are hitting your shots now? Basically, you're killing the D.Va and you're killing the Kiriko, right? But when you were over there, you didn't kill anybody, let alone killing anyone. You didn't even damage anybody. What do you think the difference is? I'm closer. Boom. The Silver 5 brain is starting to move. And I feel it's already getting to gold. You're gonna get to gold with that one. Shooting from far away, what happens? How much damage do you do from this range? Shooting ghosts. Closer. Now, of course you don't want to be here because you would die, but you know, what if you just flew up here and shot from around here, shoot, and then, you know, when they move forward, what do? You move back. Boom. Okay, you go. I already like this play that you're doing here, but let's see if that works out. No, man, you saw it, man. You saw the trap here. How could you walk into a trap if you saw it before? Come on. But I like the play they did in the Kiriko. That was good. Now you missed every single shot from far away. As soon as he came close, boom, Kiriko is then happened 2 times in 2 different maps, by the way. I have another. The reason why I'm laughing is because it's just I already know how you're going to react. But you're a flying character. Why do you spend like 70% of the time on the ground? I'm also new to playing Echo. That was not my question. I shouldn't be. I should be high up. You know, I'm glad we're having this conversation. You want to know why? Because a lot of people, you know why people like me in general? Because I say things very simply. Anybody can understand. I can explain something, and there's no way you could be Bronze 7, quietly new to the game, and you would understand. Notice that when you start shooting the enemies up close, they're dying. But when you shoot enemies from 50 miles away, like this for some reason, I need an explanation on this as well. You are 5, enemies are 3. If you are 5 and enemies are 3, what will the enemies do? Move back. If the enemies move back, what should you do? Move forward. Now the question is, why are you sitting over here? Who are you hiding from? You're hiding from this D.Va as if she can do anything to you. What can a D.Va do anything from this range to you? You know what I would have done if I were you? Kill 2, fly up, start shooting. Start moving up, start shooting up close. Worst case scenario, you can always turn around. So let's just make this shorter. Number 1, start flying more often. Okay, and you're supposed to fly. Number 2, start shooting people from up close. Don't shoot from 50 miles away. How do you expect to hit them? Come back in a week. You tell me. Awkward. I listened to your advice. I applied it. And today I'm gold. Thank you so much. But until then, that's the reason why you're silver. Wait, pause. There was a guy. There was a guy here who said that he's doing the 4-step plan and he's moved from diamond to gold. Where are you? Where's the diamond to gold? Where are you, my friend? Warren. Okay, send me the code, Warren. We're gonna quickly. So 4-step plan. Can somebody repeat what the 4-step plan is? 4-step plan is just propaganda. You flank and then die. Yes, that is why you're silver. Engage, close this, and off angle, disengage. Perfect. Okay, I already like this. I already like that you're hiding here. I would like to. I should predict what is happening. Okay. Did you notice that you don't die? That you didn't die in this whole sequence of events? The reason why I didn't die in this whole sequence of events is because the enemies are gold. The enemies couldn't hit a shot on you, even when you messed up so bad, even when their life depends on it. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, when you do this in diamond, what do you think happens? You die. The reason why you went from diamond to gold is because you play like this in diamond. Boom. Mind-blowing. Let's see what actually happens here. So, the 4-step plan is engage the enemies, do damage basically, close the distance, or rather, go to an off angle, close the distance, and disengage when things go bad. When was the last time that you engaged the enemies with damage in any way, shape, or form? Or from an off angle? Or close the distance? One time, before you almost died. So you're not doing the 4-step plan. You probably do it like one time in a minute and a half. Because right now you're sitting behind your team and healing a full HP Reinhardt. So where's the 4-step plan? You're saying I'm doing the 4-step plan. Where is it? Why are you healing a full HP Reinhardt? He's sitting here. He's okay. He's fine. Why are you healing him? So you see what I mean? This is the perfect example. I am doing the 4-step plan and I'm deranking. I watch his VOD. He's not doing the 4-step plan. This is the classic person who says that he's doing the 4-step plan. It's not working. No, it's not working because you're not doing it. Who are you healing? Where are you? Where's the damage? Where's the damage? When was the last time you threw a kunai? When was the last time you off-angle distracted anybody? When was the last time you were close to enemies? You know where I would be at this point? It's been a minute since the game started. You started here, that was cool, that was nice. Okay, love it. Cool. Since then, AFK. Heal botting the Rhine. So you did something for like 5 seconds and then 55 seconds you do nothing. What would have I done? Go here, drop, shoot, okay, go here again, drop, shoot, TP, okay, I'm here, off angle, drop, shoot. I would have engaged probably like 4 times by the time you even engage 1 time. Bot review is over, guys. I'm doing the 4-step plan, but I'm deranking. What is the solution? Don't pretend like you're doing the 4-step plan, actually do it. Let's see when's the next time that you actually engage. Step number 1, engage, do damage. Is Santa Claus doing damage right now? Number 2, move to an off angle. Would you say that Santa Claus is somewhat in an off angle? Yeah, kinda. He's doing damage. He's kinda on an off angle, right? Number 3, close the distance on the enemies. Is Santa Claus closing distance on the enemies? Especially when they're down 2 and the enemies are running away. What is Santa Claus actually doing? Ironically, he's moving further back from them. Like they have some sort of a disease or something that he doesn't want to get close to them. Boom. Mind blown. I'm doing the 4-step plan and I'm failing. I'm deranking from diamond to gold. The reality is that you don't do the 4-step plan. You barely do any damage. You very rarely off angle. You don't close distance at all. Now, disengage. Fine, I'll give you the disengage part. But you disengage one time. So there's not even a sample size because you don't engage. How can you disengage if you don't engage? Get what I'm saying? Mic drop. I dropped from diamond 2, diamond 4 into gold 2 at 3:15 and 5:13 losing streak. Okay, I have to see this. Okay. Guys, if you ever watch my rank to GM Baptiste, how do you carry a Baptiste? What is the trick to carry a Baptiste? Damage. It's true. Damage, but don't let anybody die. So let's see what happens here. The game starts. The enemies are walking through the door. Where do you think awkward would be? As soon as the enemies walk out of spawn. So where would awkward be? Probably on the core doing damage. Why? Because you do damage before the fight even begins. When the enemies are walking forward, you do damage. Where is our friend Time? What is Time doing? Maybe Time is drinking some coffee. Maybe he helped his mother with some groceries. Maybe he was petting his cat. Who knows what Time is doing? But what is Time not doing is damage. Now, I watched 5 seconds of your gameplay, Time. 5 seconds of your gameplay. And I can already tell why you're 3 and 15. 5 seconds. You're sitting behind a wall when everyone is fighting, and you're healing people that are full HP instead of doing damage. 5 seconds. 5 seconds, Time. Listen, just so you understand how good I am. 5 seconds of your gameplay, you don't do damage before the fight, in the fight, and you only heal. Let's go to a random spot around the game, and we'll see if that is the case. I'm willing to bet $20. $20 that this guy donated to me. They're going to watch his VOD. That is the case. You're not going to be doing damage, you're probably going to be heal botting. Sitting behind a wall. Oh, you swapped to Kiriko. Okay, the first thing... Oh, wait. Anna? What happened? Kiriko, Anna, like, what is going on there? Number 1, don't swap heroes in the middle of the game. That's the best way to improve. That's the first thing. Saving the $20. Like, look how just in 5 seconds I could realize what is happening. What is Time doing? Sitting behind a wall and healing. Like, do you understand how good I am? I can observe 5 seconds of your gameplay and just tell you how the entire game is going to look like. Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Now, that was a good immortality. I'll give you that. Oh. In 2 minutes, this is the first time you took a shot at the enemies. In 2 minutes, you took 1 shot at the enemies. And now, this is a very important conversation that we're having. You want to know why? Because every single person who says Awkward's advice doesn't work. I follow Awkward's advice and it doesn't work. And then we watch the VOD. What do we see? But they don't actually follow my advice. They don't do damage. Okay, well, that was kind of... if you wouldn't do damage, I would be extremely surprised there. Now, you shot the Roadhog like 4 times in 2 minutes. Nobody else. And then you're back, hiding, healing. Where's the damage, for God's sake? Okay, this one... You shot the soldier, you start panicking, you throw a lamp. Oh, you see? As soon as you start doing damage, look what happens. This guy's 1 HP running away. As soon as you start doing that, just one time in 2 minutes. Second time. Welcome to carrying on Baptiste, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you carry on Baptiste. If you actually do this consistently, you will rank up. Okay, wait, I see you. The thing is, I want you to notice something. The only time that you do damage is when the enemies run at your face. You will never go out of your way to do damage to the enemy team. Now, going out of your way to do damage to the enemy team is not running into their face. It's like, okay, I'm sitting here, there's nothing here, let's go here, start shooting the enemies. Okay, let's just jump up. So, the simple solution, stop hiding behind the walls, start doing damage. Before the fight, in the fight, every second that you exist in the server, please start doing damage. All it took is 5 seconds of your gameplay for me to tell you how to rank up. GM4 on DPS, GM in healer? What is healer? What is that? Without reviewing your VOD, you want to know how you can get higher than GM? By not calling it healer, calling it a support. That's the first thing you need to do. Immediately you will rank up. How do you carry on Ana, ladies and gentlemen, here in the chat? Damage, and not let anybody die. It's pretty much the same as Baptiste. When should you do damage? Always, which means before the fight, in the fight, and after the fight. If you want to do damage before the fight, you have to set up to do damage before the fight. What would be a good position to do damage before the fight? 2 options. Number 1, you can stand here. But then you kind of risk maybe they have a window, maybe fix door, doesn't matter. You will still be, even if they have the widow, you'll be able to see her. But you know what? If you want to play like a coward, you will probably stand here. Why? Because as soon as they pick the corner, you'll be able to do damage. Now, notice how we watched somebody who was probably like bronze or silver. The Baptiste we watched, time, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mean to offend you, but it was probably like bronze or silver, right? And this is GM. And where did they start when the door opened? Where would Awkward be? Where did they start? Bronze, GM. Both are starting at my house, doing absolutely nothing. Whoa, what happened? I skipped like 5 seconds and there's no cooldowns. Who are you nading? The demons? Who are you sleeping, bro? Prediction? You're fighting the demons, man. Have you watched my video called Unranked to GM, but it's the average player? Have you watched that video? I'm generally asking. No, okay. First of all, watch it. First of all, watch my videos. That's the first thing. The second thing, if you guys remember, Shield had a problem with... Be specific. What did Shield have a problem with when he was playing Ana? Rushing his cooldowns. Rushing his cooldowns. I am willing to bet your $20 that you donated for me to review your VOD over here, that you have a problem with rushing your cooldowns. So you either predict your cooldowns and basically fighting the demons, or you simply try to be like, I don't know, Neo from the Matrix, where everything's like in slow motion in your head and just... So let's just observe. And also the fact that he didn't do damage before the fight, that is probably a big problem. How good am I? Like, how do I know? How do I know? You know? What would you say this nade was? Why did he miss the nade? What other player, coach, any figure on anywhere could identify exactly what you're doing fundamentally wrong in 5 seconds of your gameplay? Now you tell me, truthfully, that is not mad impressive. What do you guys think about that sleep? Exactly, the sleep was yeeted. Just throw the sleep. I don't know where I'm aiming, but you know, let's just throw the sleep. Why not? I like these 3 shots for damage though. These are like nice damage. Nice damage. I need to check my window if it's actually there. It almost hit my house, man. What happened? You know, this is my house. What are you doing, man? You're throwing in my window. Damage is fantastic. You're using your cooldowns. You don't get any value out of your cooldowns because you just yeet them. So what would be my advice to you? Slow down. Every time you have your cooldown, slow down, aim, make sure it hits. Don't just sleep. Nade. Okay? And start doing damage before the fight. I like your damage in the fight itself. It's fine because it's just at the start. You said it's fine because it's just at the start. Are you gonna do a double or nothing on that statement? Are you willing to do a double or nothing on your statement? Let's go to somewhere random in the middle and let's see if you stop rushing your cooldowns and you start doing damage before the fight. I want to see it. What just happened? Where did that nade go? This, man, I'm so good at this. This was a pleasure. It was just at the beginning. Can you please watch more? Where are you, Renson? Renson's you there, bro? By the way, damage before the fight. No? Sit on the payload? Yes. Do I need to say more? Renson's. But do you understand that within the first 5 seconds of the game, I could tell you exactly what the issues were without me having to go through the entirety of the bot. You rush most of your cooldowns, about 95% of your cooldowns miss. You sleep in your nade, you don't even try to aim them, you try to protect, you try to throw them faster than the speed of sound. And the second thing, you don't do damage before the fight. You're just sitting there on the payload waiting for somebody to make you coffee. Tag me in a week. Try to follow, actually not in a week, in 2 days. Follow my advice, slow down your cooldowns. Try to actually be more precise rather than being fast. Being precise and hitting your cooldown is way more important than being fast. Being accurate is way more important than being fast. Update me in 2 days. Start doing damage before the fight and start slowing down your cooldowns. And I promise you, you'll rank up. Uncle Freddy. Only switch once. Really want to know where to improve. Like this is I can already tell this is console, right? This is console, right? Freddy, yeah. Everyone, including Uncle Freddy. Do you remember the VOD that we watched from the Echo, who said that he was a Silver 5 and doesn't belong to be in Silver 5, right? And at the beginning of the game, he just sat on the stairs for 20 seconds. Actually, 25. Do you remember that moment? No, I didn't say. It's not about closing the distance. It's about not staying at the same place for too long. So you started the fight over here. You went up. Let's see. You got up on the high ground at approximately 44. 44. 44 seconds. Let's see when you leave. Yeah, I saw that he replied. Give me a second. Let's get to this and then we'll see what Rensons has to say. 20 seconds, you're still... Actually, 20 seconds, you're still standing at the same spot. But let me ask you. At the beginning, you started shooting. Who did you kill? I think it was Mauga, right? Before he got raised, you killed the Mauga, right? From the high ground. At the first, 3 seconds, you stand on the high ground. And you killed him. But then, the enemy started scattering around here, and they started scattering around here, which means that this position no longer serves the purpose of doing damage. Understand? So what should he be doing? Move. Where? Well, There are many guesses. You can go here, probably be a good angle. You can go here, probably be a good angle. Any angle that sees the enemies that you can consistently shoot is better than this one. Isn't high ground good? High ground is good if you can do damage there and not die. Once you can't do damage from the high ground, and you're probably going to die on the high ground is not good. People are lying to when they say high ground is good. High ground is better than low ground under the same conditions. Gold? Okay. Yeah, console ranks always kind of mess me up. So the entire fight, what he basically did is kill the Mauga, create an advantage, amazing. And then what? AFK. You might think you're not AFK by doing like 4 damage here and there. But AFK. Wait, I'm seeing damage before the fight? Are we witnessing it for the first time? No way. No way we're seeing damage before the fight in gold console. Okay. Uncle Freddy, how long have you stayed at this spot? At this low square of yours? How long have you stayed here? 15 seconds. Here you stayed like 20 seconds. Here you stayed 15 seconds. So Uncle Freddy and everyone else, what do you think Uncle Freddy could improve upon? Aim. Yeah. Most definitely, yes. Yes. That's what you have learned today, that you need to improve your aim. Generally, just being more dynamic. Move more. Where would I move? Over here. Shoot, okay, Mauga looks at me over here. Maybe all of a sudden I want to go here. Switch it up. Stop staying in the same place for too long. Boom. By next week, you're probably going to be Plat, if you follow that advice. Probably. Majority of the players, as you're noticing here, that they think that they follow my advice, but they don't really follow my advice. And then they say that my advice doesn't work, even though they don't really follow my advice. So Uncle Freddy, move more often. Instead of being here all the time, you can just, okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's slide over here. Let's move here. Short, low movements. Don't be staying at the same place for too long. Awkward stuck in Masters 2 would like to reach your GM. You know, Christmas, your Masters 2, you're so close to GM. With my advice, you can mostly get it to GM. So let's see what we have here. Oh, you're ghost gaming. Okay. How do I skip 20 seconds and you're dead? Why is this happening so often that I skip 20 seconds, somebody's just dead? Oh. Well, I'm going to show you why you're dead within the first 10 seconds of the game. The great thing about third person is that no matter how good you are, you will always cringe when you watch yourself from third person make the worst mistake on the planet. Also happens to me, sometimes. What do you guys think that Ghost Gaming should do? Or rather, what is Ghost Gaming not doing? No damage orb, you're correct. Where's the damage orb? I ask where the damage orb is, I get the yellow orb. What are you playing, aim labs over here? What's up with the yellow balloons, man? Damage orb. This console as well, I'm pretty positive. And then probably another healing orb. Okay. So, in 1 minute of gameplay, we saw 2 healing orbs, 0 damage orbs, and 1 walking in a straight line. Where's the damage orb? Hello? You know what? I'll give you that. You are healing everyone to not die. You are doing damage with the right click. Could be off-angling a little bit more, but it's not that big of a deal. Where's the damage orb? When do you... Okay, so it's been 2 minutes. Not a single damage orb has been thrown. Only healing orb. So let's see when actually a healing orb is going to... He did it. And he almost got 2 kills because of it, by the way. Damage orb? Damage orb? Damage orb with coalescence? Okay. When you throw damage orb and coalescence in their spawn, at the very least commit to the ulti and start doing damage. Why did you heal your... Doomfist? He was getting out anyways. Very random. Completely wasted, but we're not going to talk about it. But again, you throw a healing orb. But the ratio of healing orb to damage orb is like 2 to 10. Healing orb. Ah, I knew it. Healing orb, look. Healing orb. Check this out. Oh, damage orb. What, they're all critical? No way. Okay, the damage orbs are here. The damage orbs are being thrown, but where's the regular damage? Why aren't you just sitting over here and just killing somebody with your damage orb? Look at this angle. Clean. Throw damage orb on the Mercy, just damage the Mercy, she's dead. It's over. Now the Mercy lived with 1 HP. Imagine if there was a damage orb on the Mercy. Now this is not top 10, this is like Masters 2. I like Target Priority. Target Priority was good. Why healing orb again? As soon as you start out, look at this. As soon as you start damage orbing and off angling, we see how the game is easy all of a sudden. The game is so easy. Once you start throwing damage orbs and start off angling. Do you notice that he's still standing behind your team like all the time? Just sitting with your team. Where's the off angle? Now there's an off... I mean, technically it's not even an off angle. You just go to damage. So there's no off angle because your team is doing practically nothing. They're AFK. I don't know what they're doing here. Well, whatever. This is your VOD, not their VOD. Damage orb, please. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay. You're still standing here. Still standing here forever. Okay, Ghost Gaming. The first thing is you can do more damage orb. Like at this round, at the very least, you use more damage orb. So first thing, you need to start throwing more damage orbs in general, right? You started off with just all of these were healing orbs, and then you start throwing more damage orbs, but in general, it has to be more consistent damage orbs. That's the first thing. The second thing is stop sitting behind your team. Stop separating yourself. Stop being so afraid. Stop playing like a coward. You could have killed this Genji like 4 times if you actually committed and then you faded out. But instead, you're 200 HP and then you fade out. Why do you fade out if you have 200 HP? Just kill the enemies if they're low and you're full HP. So generally speaking, start off angling more often and use your damage orb more often. As you can see, again, you're sitting with your team here. Why are you sitting with your team? Why won't you just go here? Why won't you just drop the point and go here? Damage orb, kill this guy. Many things you can do. Who said he was top 10? Top 10 gameplay. Let's review top 10 gameplay. Baptiste, top 10. If you're a top 10 peak player and you can consistently play in lobbies with the best players in the world, you're by no means bad. And by no means average. And by no means even just good. You're very good. Okay, so that's the first thing. I would like to get it out of the way before we're like, oh, I can't believe this stuff 500. He would smoke every single one here in the chat. So let's just get it out of the way before, we get to these ridiculous comments. The first problem is that you're the last guy to pick, and that is why you're top 10 and not top 1. Because top 1 players always pick first. Okay. First 5 seconds. You know what I don't like to see? Even in the best play. Like some people who are very good at the game, I don't like when they do that. This whole crowd spamming thing. This stuff. Why do you guys do that? This doesn't really help reduce any anxiety. This amps up your own anxiety. This crouch spamming is like the myth of Overwatch. You know, it's caffeine. Yeah, that makes sense. But you need to stop with the habit. Crouch spamming is actually not very good. It's like you're either on 5 cups of coffee or something. Okay. Mechanics fantastic, hitting those shots, doing the damage. Okay, so let's do the cool trick. The first 10 seconds analyzation, right? Let's analyze the first 10 seconds and we're gonna try to establish what is the issue. The first thing is that, how do you say that? Ice Gnome? Is that how you spell your nickname? Ice Gnome? Ice Gnome, okay. Ice Gnome is doing damage, but the problem is that he's not doing damage from a reasonable distance. It's actually threatening the enemy. So what I mean by that is, look. So, Ice Gnome, why are you so afraid to pick here? Well, like, who are you so afraid of that you just peek, jiggle, peek, heal? My friend, heal, walk outside. You know? Middle finger, these guys, who are they? Get smoked. Okay, and immediately, boom, open up the angle here. And the reason why I say this is because 10 seconds later, what do we see? You're kind of sitting here and doing damage, but think about it. How much damage can you really do from this distance? You have damage fall-off, right? Now, well, granted, this is the first 10 seconds of the game, but let's continue watching. I mean, these shots, besides distracting, they don't do anything. You quite literally do like 3 damage per shot. Ice Gnome, you're hiding behind a wall. AKM, the Widow, the most amazing Widow on the planet, just got a pick on the enemy Baptiste. So what have you, all the chat, what have you guys learned? When the enemies are down 1, what does it mean for you? Push up. The question is, why? Why do you push up? Push advantage, exactly. Press W, push advantage, right? Because you have an advantage. You need to capitalize on the advantage. But Ice Gnome, you got an advantage, but what is Ice Gnome doing? Hiding, healing, hiding. Nobody needs healing. That's the first thing. Nobody here needs healing. That's the first thing. What would I do? What would I personally do? Advantage, boom, over here. Oh, this guy's there. Maybe wall climb. Let's take the 1v1. You know, I'll put a lamp. I have my region burst. I'm not afraid of a solo Sojourn when I have 2 of the most OP abilities in the game. But let's say I don't even want to take the 1v1. Why not just move here? Why not move here, start shooting the shield? Why not jump pretty high up, shoot above the shield? Basically having that killer instinct, you know what I mean? Like, I wanna get the eliminations over here. Like from the movies, you know? Like John Wick. See somebody? Boom. That was a good lamp. That was a nice lamp. But again, do you see how you guys are 5-on-4, yet you're failing to you barely win the team fight? If not for your Widow getting 2 kills, you will probably lose the team fight. Or at the very least, kind of, maybe not lose, but it wouldn't depend on you. So the fact that you win the team fight or not doesn't really depend on you. And that is already a problem as in of itself. Now you kind of capitalize on the advantage, but for you to go forward, your entire team had to go forward. But if you watch really, really good bad players, now you're a top 10 player, but if you watch like those consistently top 1 players, right? What they will do is like, you know, push, boom, here, like be confident playing by themselves. No fear. By the way, Ice Gnome, do you know why you're the guy sitting on the payload? Why are you the guy sitting on the payload? What do you think that is? Weak link because you're the sucker agreeing to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know deep down that these guys are doing God's work right now. This Widow is killing everyone. Everyone is doing damage. Well, you know, I'm chilling on the payload getting carried. Know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is that your mechanics are fantastic. You hit really good shots. Your shots are nasty. Your lamps are good. Like, you see, you barely miss any shots. So my question to you, if you barely miss shots and you're playing Baptiste, which is practically a better version of Soldier 76, why are you on the payload? Why are you hiding? From who? If you're Sigma and Kiriko are going top right, why do you go with them? Why wouldn't you just like, let's go, you know, my Sigma and Kiriko are going top right. Why wouldn't I create this angle, for example, this angle? Notice you're always behind your team as well. Sitting behind your team, no off-angling whatsoever. You see, like this hiding behind the wall and healing. Cool, you need to heal him. Okay. Well, there was a Kiriko over here a second ago. Now you're here. Now you're stuck behind. But look at the Kiriko. Now the Kiriko can do that because you can TP, but you can't. But you can at the very least speak. Could have been here. Shoot. Could have boom. Take this angle. Go up. You're playing very you are not very comfortable playing by yourself. You always need to have someone around you. And the only time you're comfortable being by yourself is when you're sitting on the payload. That was a good lap. Okay, here do you have no other option but run. You see, this is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. Now, the problem this is not working because you're already losing the team fight. But this is cool. Like, you know, you taking this angle. You see how many people are looking at you? 1, 2, 3 people are looking at you, trying to get you off of there. You're shooting at them. They almost die. While you're fighting like 2-on-5. So imagine if it's a 5-on-5 and you create the same angle. You see, again, like, you don't win the team fight if you're... Do you notice that... Even though you have this guy Angel Eyes, and I think you have it's Sir Majid, which are very, very good players. But do you notice that if your Widow and Hanzo don't get 2 picks, you don't really win the team fight for your team? It's kind of, you're doing enough to set them up to carry the game. But if your team is trash, you just lose. Probably. I'd like to believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nice no. If your team is not playing good, usually you will not win. Usually. I like this angle, but again, too passive. You're getting the kills. Why over here? Look at your team. Instinctually, when they see Diana is dead, this guy's pushing forward, this guy's pushing forward, this guy's pushing forward. What is Ice Numb doing? Chilling over here. You know, on the sniper's nest. Playing capture the flag. They smell blood in the water, exactly. And that is, you will notice this with very, very good, consistently top 10 players. They smell blood in the water, they go for it. I'm okay with this window. I don't think this window was great, but I'm okay with it. Okay, so let's see what happens here. I'd like you to create an angle from the right, that would be great. Do you see who's creating? Ice, are you even here? Am I talking to myself? Do you see who's creating the angles for you? Do you see who's creating this very annoying off angle? Do you see who's opening up the front line for you? Hint. Kiriko. Kiriko is sitting on these off angles. Now, of course, she engages more than you can, like by closing the distance because she can TP out. But you can still hold those angles. You can freely go here. You can jump here. Like, what is stopping you from right now? It's because of, not here, but what is stopping you right now from, while you're healing the Sigma, walk over here, start shooting these guys? Look at Insana. Insana is trolling. I don't know who this guy is, but he's trolling. Like, what is he doing over here? But if you were to push the right side, peek, Ana is dead. If we're playing Bap Kiri, it should be Kiri holding the angles. It's not one, the game is not one-dimensional. Like, you don't play a certain comp and everybody has their jobs. This is ranked. You would be correct for the most part if you were playing in tier 2. Like, if you were playing competitive, high-level match, right? You would be correct. But it wouldn't be incorrect when you play ranked. When you play ranked, everybody should be creating angles. It's not like this Kiriko and Bap. Okay, so Bap is healing and Kiriko is creating angles. No, it's everyone is doing everything. You know, sometimes, and trust me when I say this, if the Kiriko would see you creating angles, I promise you, what would end up happening is that she would tone down the flanks just a little bit to make sure the tank is alive. And most of the time, if both of you create angles, your tank is not going to be taking so much damage in the first place for you to need to heal him. But you can pretty much heal him from at any given moment. I'm not saying you should just like go here and flank and you can't heal. No, like if you're here, you still can heal the Sigma. It's no problem. But the point I'm making, Icenom, is that as you can see, that everyone in the server but you smells blood in the water. Every time they have an advantage, everybody pushes but yourself. You're the one that opts to stay and play passive. Now, if you watch any good player that you respect, you know, like top 10 players, I'm sure that you know Sir Majid, he's a very good player. If you watch him play, you will see that instinctually, every time he sees an advantage, or what is an advantage? Advantage doesn't necessarily mean a kill. An advantage could mean something like The Ana got a good anti-nade. The enemies are getting low. The tank is going back. You will see that they instinctually start walking forward. But you, payload, sit on the passive position. You play to not die. And playing to not die is also playing to not deal potentially as much damage and get as much kills as you can. It's like when you're boxing, you can play. If you're afraid to get punched, you will never be able to punch. Get where I'm going with this, Ice Snow? So my whole point is that first of all, you need to start creating more aggressive angles. Take more aggressive off angles. Stop like hugging your tank. The tank can be on its own. You can heal him at any distance. You create this angle. You know, your team is top right over here. You create this angle. You take this angle. You know, start being comfortable playing by yourself. You're still gonna be within a line of sight to help your team, but I'd like you to create very strong angles by yourself. And every time you have an advantage, instinctually, fuck the payload, fuck anybody. Somebody's gonna sit on the payload, trust me. You go forward, do damage, capitalize on the advantage. It's pretty interesting, because you're a very good player. First of all, respect for you that you actually picked Widow on this map, because we'll be, oh my god, it's such a bad map for Widow. I have a question, Frostbite. Genuinely, I do have a question. You put your Venom Mine over here. Who's going to show up from here? Like, look where the enemies are. I'm gonna guess that they're planning for a flank tracer. Let's assume they have a Sombra or Tracer. How long do you think it would take them to get from here to over here? Even if they just decided, I don't care what happens, I'm just gonna run in a straight line. The answer is a very long time. The answer is very long time. By the time they even show up, you're probably not gonna be here. So you're not gonna need that flank covered in the first place because you're gonna have line of sight on the point. If you're standing here, why do you need to put your Venom Mine over here? If you are here, you can see the point. You know where they're coming. You know if they're coming from here. So why do you need the Venom Mine? Whatever. Let's just move on with our lives. Now, I might have did this like I'm kind of like, you know, you're missing your shots, but that's not a big deal, right? You're missing your shots. It is what it is. The fact that you missed your shot, that they're all just looking at you and staring at you, already accomplished as much. My question to you, there are two things. Why did you die here? That's the first question I would like to ask. Why did you die here? And also, a Venom Mine would have been cool here. Maybe just throw the Venom Mine on them. They shot at him. No, guys. I think I overstated angle for too long. You're absolutely correct. You overstated angle for too long. When you play Widow, kind of like a glass cannon, 175 HP, it's like kind of a one-shot, one-kill type situation, or two shots with a body shot, whatever. The whole point is that if you stay at the same place for too long, what ends up happening, they know you're there, they're probably going to shoot you back, so your angle is all of a sudden compromised. That's the first thing. And the second thing, they're like, okay, Widow's on the right, so let's just LOS, let's move somewhere else. Easy. So you overstated angle. You stayed there, even though you should have moved to a different place. I like the sneaky angles that you do, by the way, first of all. I like how you constantly off-angle. You never just behind your team. That's very good. I like that this angle is very surprising. There's no one is ever going to be looking here, you understand? This is a free shot for the most part. And now if you miss, you miss. It's not that big of a deal, but if you hit, they're dead. Now, Frosty. Why did you die? Not only why did you die, what should have you done instead? Had wasted what did you waste grapple? Let me see. What did you waste grapple for? Oh. I kind of panic, it's fine. But if you know that you are here, and now you went back here, what do you think that some of them might do? Or you know what? Let's say you don't even know. Let's say you know, but you paid attention to the break. You don't even know that somebody's going to be pushing you. But now you know somebody's pushing you. What should you do? Over here. Well, immediately. Kill. Back. Switch angle. Now, what should have you done instead was where I was getting with this. What you should have done instead is you got to pick, which means you have an advantage. What should you do when you have an advantage, Frosty? Push up. Now, of course, after you get the pick here, you can't push up because all of a sudden, oh, pick from here, they all turn around and push you just like the break. That's what you should have done. Pick, left, push. Pick, left, push. Which again goes to the same principle of not overstaying your position and starting to move, especially when you have an advantage. I have a question. You live with 35 HP. Why do you think, or rather, let me rephrase the question. If you were playing against better players, let's say your Masters 1, let's say these were GM3 players, do you think you live here? They would hit those shots, exactly. So what was the issue here, Frostbite? But I don't know if you're checking this out. Do you see my temperature? Every time I open up a replay code, look at my temperature, 85. My fan is spinning like I'm on a plane. Overstaying the angle again, Frostbite. So do you notice how this and this and this, all of these three deaths, or this wasn't a death, but it should have been a death. Do you notice how all of these three things are basically the same problem? Which is basically, like you said, overstaying the angle. So after watching this together, chat, myself, Frosty, what would you give Frosty as an advice? Even the computer is getting angry. Yeah, the computer is basically a manifestation of myself. Frosty just left, I don't know. Frosty's AFK all of a sudden. So the answer is pretty simple. Don't be greedy with your positions. Don't overstay your welcome at these positions. Find yourself leaving way more often. They see you, move away. Move to a different spot. Okay? Alright, so we have here, I'm Plat 5 Soldier. I've had some troubling games recently. Good example, can't carry my games. Let's watch a little bit. The first thing right off the bat, damage before the fight, that is fantastic. Before the fight begins, there's some damage. And this is the prime example of people who ask me, but isn't how awkward? Isn't high ground always better? Now you tell me, do you think this angle provides anything useful at this point? And not only that it provides something, not only that it doesn't provide any useful damage, the whole point is that, go to the right, yeah? Really? Even if I was a bronze 5 player and I am a widow and I'm looking, wait, there's a soldier on the high ground. What will I do? Scope on the high ground. Then you repick the high ground and then you die. Why? Because, well, not only that he couldn't find damage, you're right that if you go to the right you have damage, but you're also probably dead. If you're not playing against people who can't, who will not hit a shot if their life depended on it, but you get what I'm saying. But the whole point is that you're shooting. And you're shooting at a wall. At the ground. So high ground is not always better. High ground is not better if you will probably die there. Like you see, this could have been a kill if you drop. If you drop now, maybe like this, maybe you do the extra 2 shots, 1 headshot, maybe the extra 2 shot, maybe he's dead. But no, you're hugging the high ground like he's your dear friend. And that's what's wrong with the advice. Stick to the high ground. Now, high ground is good. until it's not good. Okay, look, you know, I'm not gonna ignore the fact that he went to check to the left. It was not that bad. Whatever. I like that you're changing your angles here. That's nice. Now, let's say that you play against a better Widow. What is the likelihood of you dying here? And why? The problem is to get too greedy with that peek. You get way too greedy. If you know you're there, you peek. You know you're there, you continue peeking. And also, if the enemies again are slightly better, Lucio just pushes you here. He boops you into his team, he boops you off the map, he just kills you by himself. Very aggressive position. And again, just run it. Okay. Let me make it easier to understand. This is not good. Why? You just run in front of the entire team by yourself, open space in front of their faces. The reason why you're not dead simply is because they suck. And that was pretty much kind of the they have had enough. You're still staying here, you're getting too greedy, and then you just die. Because they decide to finally push you after like 4 potential deaths you could have had. What's happening here? Sitting behind your team and shooting. Of course, you're not gonna do any damage. Okay, you took one with you, right? That's okay. But my question is, if your team is sitting over here, let's go back to this moment. If your team is sitting over here, what business do you have with your entire team over here? What do I teach in my rank to GM soldier? Where should you shoot from? A, behind your team. B, off angle. Now, what would an off angle be? Over here. But awkward. Aren't they gonna push me? Yeah, that's usually what happens when you take off angles. But if this 1, 2, 3, however many are chasing you, this opens up the entire angle here. Then your team can off angle the people that are chasing you, and you can easily run away. Sprint, bye. But it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it is. You probably would have won that fight with that angle, but we'll see. That wasn't a bad visor. I mean, they capped the point, unfortunately, but that wasn't a bad visor. Loco, why are you dead here? And why didn't you get the kill on the brig? And both questions have the same answer. The low ground. No, it's not low ground, man. Let me ask you a question. When you started shooting the brig over here, and there are 2, and she's getting low, and you see that she's moving to cover. As soon as you see this, instead of shooting the plant and hoping that she peeks, what could have you done? And that would have probably saved your life and also got killed on the brick. Go right. Boom. You just do. Create an off angle. Dead. Can't kill. But instead, you decide to sit with your team and stare at a plant. That is why you're dead, and that's why I didn't get a kill. That was good. It's so surprising. You decide to off angle and you get a kill on the Widow. When I say so surprising, I mean not very surprising at all. And I'm assuming you didn't mean to fall down. Why shouldn't have you fall down? It's quite simple, because, well, your team is here and you want off angle. They say awkward, but like, wouldn't it be staying way too long over here, and I would probably die to To Widow Hanzo? No, not if you move here, and then 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 you maybe, go here, and then maybe you go here. But, I don't think you meant to drop down, so I'll give you that. That was scary. Enemy Ramatra fighting a 1 HP Reinhardt over here. What are you trying to do? Again, stare at the wall and shoot at it. What could have you possibly do to get a kill on the Reinhardt, or at the very least find a pick on the enemy team? Because you lost your Zenyatta, which means you practically are fighting 5-on-4. And if you're fighting 5-on-4, you kind of have to make a play, right? You can't just sit still and do nothing. What should have you done, Loco? Off angle, but where? Where would be a really quick, potentially killable off angle? Over here. Over here. You would have probably met the Hanzo and you started shooting at him and he would have probably died. Good option. Oh, but they're gonna chase me. Good. Then you run away. Just do this. And let's see if you actually decide to off angle then. Let's see if you off angle on attack. Looked like you were off angling for a second there, yeah? No, not really. I mean, technically you're an off angle, but the problem is you didn't it wasn't your thought to go to an off angle here. Your team was here, and then you went here. And now they're leaving, so technically it would be considered an off angle, but you didn't off angle by yourself. You're just following your team and just left you. So you just ended up on an off angle, didn't open it up yourself. And look how great this is. They don't pay attention. They don't pay attention. You could have killed them all. Now, I ask you a question. The enemy Widow is dead, and the enemy Runner is dead. You have an advantage. What should you do when you have an advantage for that, 10th time today in these reviews? Or, like I say in my ranked GMs, the enemies are moving back. What should you do? Go forward. They're moving back, and look what Loco is doing. Going to sleep. And now they ran away. But if he just continued pushing forward, as soon as they went back around this corner, he would have over here. Keep shooting. They won't live. I actually like this play, but it's already too late. This is an off angle. And it's so funny that every time you go to an off angle, you see how much value you get. Off angle pick. That's like the perfect example. No off angle, nothing happens. So in general, I would say off angle more often. Let's see, GM5 Kiriko. I do damage and I still lose. So Bebo claims that he's doing the 4-step plan. By observing, it looks like he's doing the 4-step plan. It's been a long day, man. What do you think was the issue here, people? And I'm not like, it's been a long day, man. The first thing, you could have moved a little bit closer. If they weren't paying attention, what really stopped you from just going here and just getting close and then tipping back? That's the first thing. The second thing, somebody said cover, and you're absolutely right. You just picked way too wide. But what the most important aspect is, did you notice that he took a fight that is just do or die? It's like either get killed or be killed. You could have easily died here. But you're like, oh no, I want to get the kill, No, you don't need to get the kill. If you're dying, just get out. You're very lucky that I missed the shot. So basically what I'm saying, if he was better, you would have been dead. Get so greedy here. Get out. And he shoots 1-2, you get out. It doesn't matter how much HP he has. You already got your value. Why do you have to stay there? They're already messing up on number 4 to disengage. You're leaving your runner to die by himself, and you're just spinning around by like a headless chicken there. Okay. I wouldn't say that you engage. A Tracer engaged you, and you just kind of killed her. You see the greed that I'm talking about? Like, do you see the greed? You go for it, right? You shoot. You want to get the kill no matter what. What you don't understand is that you don't always need to get the kill, because everyone else around you is dying. And if he hits a sticky bomb when you're dead, you're just ignoring it completely. Like, look, 2 of your teammates are dead while you're doing so. This was not the time to engage. You could have shot 1-2, get out, help your team. If you shoot 1-2, these two turn around. If these two turn around, they're useless to the fight. Just go back to your team and just kill everybody else. Why do you have to kill? Just let them sit AFK over here. Oh, there's a Kiriko on me. Let's hide. Both of those. Turn around. TP back. You guys fight 5-on-3. Now your entire team is dead because you're basically distracting from nobody. And the funny part is, even if you wouldn't gun the kill, you would still lose fight. And that's what happens when you go all in and stay too long. You have to learn how to disengage, and when to disengage. You have to disengage way faster. And again, we're probably gonna chase him. Yeah, you're dead. So what do you think? What do you think you lose? And also, this is not an off angle. Like, speaking of which, you just decided to run down main. What he could have done is over here. And also, there's a Doomfist here. Well, if the Doomfist is here, just shoot him in the back. Like, what are you doing here? Is a better question to ask. What are you? Let's say you just kill 2 people here. What do you really accomplish? There's a Doomfist fighting people in your spawn. What do you accomplish by running 1-on-4? I think I hit every shot of my kill bow. You have to learn how to disengage. That's the main thing that you have to pay attention to. The reason why you're failing at your game is because you feed. Why do you feed? Because you play to kill. You can't always play to kill. Shoot, 1-2, okay, they turn around, they shoot at me, bye-bye. Distraction. Force cooldowns. Get out. It's not always a do or die. You think you are the one that is distracting the enemies, but if your team is dead, who is distracting who? They are distracting you from healing your team. Just let everybody die around you. Again, like, why? You accomplish so much. Headshot, they all turn around, shoot at you. This guy's using cooldowns. Why? Why do you stay so long, man? Why? Just leave. Shoot, headshot. Okay, good. They turn around. Anna's turning around. She can sleep me. Bye-bye. So, out of the 4-step plan, I would say that you engage quite often. I would say that you're semi-closing the distance. You don't, but, you know, let's just say you do. You off angle, yeah, clearly you do. But you don't disengage. You always, like, barely live, or you don't live. Majority of the time, you just don't live. So start disengaging more often. Stop being greedy. Oh, okay, this is a good one. Hammond Gold 4. I always try to distract, but I'm messing up. I'm losing a lot. Okay, so let's look at Hammond because we didn't do tank today. That's the first thing. So let's do bull. All right, why should it spawn? Oh, wow. Did you leave spawn? No. The reason why you're gold is because you're talking to your mom when the game started. That is the reason. Okay. Okay. I like your... How do I approach this? Is there a reason why you stopped shooting the Kiriko over there? But why did you stop? Why did you stop shooting? I don't know, man. This is... What mouse do you have? Anubis. A good one. Cobra? What is Cobra? Anubis, I also have to ask a question. So you're rolling, right? Yeah, cool, let's go. Why did you have to end up here with your roll? Why wouldn't you just roll, stop, shoot from here? Why did you have to go all the way over here? It's like you bought a car with no brakes. That's what it looks like when you play ball. No breaks. It's not working. You know, I'll give you. You were distracting. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. By the way, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. It's been 1 minute and 10 seconds, and this is your first slam. And this was not even a slam for an off angle. So what did I say in my rank to Jimbo? When you slam, make sure that it's not obvious, right? Do it from an off angle. Make sure people are not paying attention. Or when people are low HP. What does Anubis decide to do? Let's go. Everybody look at me. I'm slamming in front of your face. Now a slam would have been good. That was a good slam. You know what I have, like why I have an issue with Lucio and ball players is what I call the wall ride syndrome. The wall riding is such a fun mechanic to just like wall ride, you like wall riding, and it with bow is the same thing. You like spinning around, like you like using the grapple. So people just do it for no reason. People use grapple for no reason. People start wall riding for no reason because it's fun. And it's the same thing. You're just rolling around for the sake of rolling around. You basically decide, you know, let's go in 1 and 5 and slam in front of 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what could be the worst thing that happens? Why? Could have just rolled here, push payload, force them back, and then get out. Give your team some space to work with. Let's pause here for a second because we need to kind of do a recap over here. Chat and Anubis, when did you actually participate in the team fight when your team was fighting? Everyone seems to be fighting. Everybody seems to be dying. Yet, you're just spinning around in spawn. Last week. So basically, man, you need to be a little bit more a part of the fights. And again, no off angle. You're just like rolling. Like, what are you rolling for, man? What are you rolling for? What's happening? Shoot this guy. What are you rolling for? Okay, distracting to support, forcing a TP, and then what? What happened? Xenobis, what did you learn? What did you learn from this entire review, we could call it? Number one thing, so let me just answer the question for you. Number one thing, you find yourself in front of like 4 people by yourself getting shot, you just don't run away. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you are too addicted to the grapples. Roll through, be on the off angle, start shooting. And don't stay shooting when everybody shoots at you. That's your get out. Today was fun. It was great. And Merry Christmas, everybody. And if we don't see each other, I wish you a great rest of the night and also Happy New Year's. Thank you so much.